Hey guys, and welcome to the Igloo today. And today we're going to be just showing off a little bit of what I've been doing. I've been very busy with life, and I am going to be trying to get a few videos out for Fallout 76, as try to get some for Conan Exile. So this is just a channel update for almost everybody else. So first things off, I had to fix the boat for Memorial Weekend. As a vet, I would rather just have a little bit of enjoyment time, so that's why I'm back on the clock today to try and get as much done. As you can hear in the background, I have a 3D printer, so if you are thinking about 3D printing, I mean, get an Ender Pro or an Ender 3. They're very cheap. They're on the market. It's very useful to have, especially when I had my PC cases that I linked up just a little bit ago, and I'm wanting to be doing some hardcore cooling on top of everything else. So the other thing is that we're going to be just figuring out a few different things with like what's been happening with my PC case. Now, a little bit ago, for the people that were in my community tab, I put out like an advertisement kind of for just this, and I put it too much over the price. It was $650 that I said, and saying I can negotiate. I mainly just factored in driving, but apparently I was wrong. I don't normally do Facebook Marketplace or whatever. So again, that's just my fault personally, because again, I don't know on how everybody perceives that. Yes, I know it's a 4770K and it's a 980 with 16 gigs of RAM. It's a pretty good computer when it comes to it, and if you want to do 1080p or 1080 60 FPS with some esports and then other games, like this is a great entry kind of PC for you. And I pretty much have it at $550 if you're like near New Jersey to within an extent of South Jersey, because that would actually be really nice. I am selling it for that price, and I can still negotiate depending on like whatever, but I only really have Sundays where I can actually do the delivery or something other than that, or it would just be at like 9 o'clock at night. But I mean, that's just one other thing that's coming up to it. As soon as I figure out for my Threadripper one, that's a whole nother ball game. So that's just a whole thing. So with Fallout 76 is pretty much been in a limbo state, because there's not really much new stuff going to be coming out until Nuclear Winter comes out, and that's because that's their new DLC, like pumping action patch, and it was just a lot of stuff that was going on. Personally, what I think on how everything is, yes, I like the new dungeon. The dungeon is great. It's something where you can farm 3-star legendaries for and to get everything else done. Now, that's one of the bigger like advantages more than anything else, is to just be able to not waste your time, because time is very important for everybody, including when you are farming in a always online service game like Fallout 76. So you also have the other things where people haven't been really nuking that much. I mean, I barely see nukes anymore on maps, period, whether in adventure or survival mode. I don't know why you would nuke in a survival mode, but I digress. So, with that being said, like, I really personally don't see anybody nuking anymore, because the new 3-star event is so much more easier to start. You don't have to go through more hassle and everything else. So it has only had this thing called power creep that has been coming up inside Fallout 76, because that is a guaranteed 3-star legendary, and it takes less time, less hassle, less meander than anything else. People have just migrated over to farming the alpha 3-star bosses that are level 100 inside the dungeon, because again, like I said, less hassle. You can just jump right onto a fresh server, get right into it, have your friends, get whatever you need to get done, and then just go from there. So, with that being said, all the other events that have been happening, all the sheep squash events that are around, that you can be able to do like a little like carriage merry-go-round to them. You are able to start up with the instance about being there. You get the event started. Again, it's RNG to have the actual thing start at that location. Same thing as for what people are doing prior to this as well, which is one, they are server hopping. They are going from each location to trigger the event to see if it can trigger, and then if it doesn't trigger, they just finish the big quest event anyway, the new dungeon event, and then they just get a 3-star legendary. Now, the point of the matter is that a 3-star legendary is not a guaranteed to give you a 3-star legendary, including the alpha 3-star legendary, which again is very pertinent to this on top of everything else. And if you want to do advanced farming techniques when it comes to it, I made a video on it. It'll probably be in the cards. So, with all that being said, when it comes to Fallout 76, you are going to be having a very easy, wonderful time when it comes to adventure mode because of the power creep that has happened on every level. When it comes to PvP, the PvP survival mode still sucks. You can still, not destroy any kind of base whatsoever, so making trap bases is extremely easy. It's straight to the point, and you're able to get almost everything done possible when it comes to that in Fallout 76. It's still a broken mess, and there are different builds that are out there that can make you still invincible, but they are not the Sentinel and Cavalier builds. They are a mixture of something different, but it doesn't make you invulnerable towards everything. It only makes you invulnerable to pretty much anything anything past 25 meters, and a smart player would just get close at that point and then just kill you. Again, it's a different effect. As long as you don't get triggered upon that event, you are apparently invulnerable, which again, it's another thing that's broken. So, yeah. Now for the quest, I don't really have much input for the quest. I have very little time, so I didn't do the time. I was mainly just farming the 3-star legendaries. I didn't even get the backpack yet, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys and be like, hey, I got the backpack on this character, but I don't have it in my other 15 characters, because again, I'm trying to get scrim. I'm trying to find out different ways. I'm trying to find the best method to use the scrim, as well as what would be the most efficient route, because again, I think I spent probably 6,000, 7,000 scrim. I know other people have spent more, but at the same time, I'm pulling my own data when it comes to Fallout 76. So, again, going into that, there's a lot that's going to be going on for different manipulations of legendaries to see if you can get higher legendary chances in another way compared to just going to Harper's Ferry or something other in those lines. So again, there's a lot of info that's going to be coming out, and it's going to just be a lot of hardcore crunching. But with all the things that have happened to me between both the PC that I needed to make so I can sell, the 3D printer, which was a pain in my ass, because initially I had to go to the library. I was trying to get the stuff done at the library because they have a pretty good 3D printer that was $2,000, so that I can do that. I asked the librarian. At first it was okay, but then later on it was not okay because it wasn't approved by her supervisor, because they can't have any kind of machine running overnight. Again, I understand that because of the operations of equipment. So with that being said, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna get my own. That's why I got my own. So then later on, I was just having fun, getting everything else done. I've been having a lot of fun with Mordhau, but I just don't know on how everybody would perceive it. The last video didn't do so well, but at the same time, I really have fun with it, so I just been playing it so much. And I can't wait for my design to be finished and to show it off completely, because I'm going to make that thing sexy. If you guys like this kind of video, please leave a like, leave a comment down below. If you really want to support me, I have a Teespring set up down below. There's some t-shirts. Oh, t-shirt. Alright. And then there's a blanket. And then there's some phone cases. I would like to put out more, but I gotta put my time into videos, because I know you guys want to really care about the content that I put out, because I really want to show you guys the easiest way to farm stuff, as well as just some stuff from Conan Exiles, because that's the games that I really like, and I can't wait for the rest of 2019, and especially for AMD. I can't wait to get the new, what was it, 3900X or something like that. Just have the 12-core version, and just slap that into another PC of mine, that'd be great. Have a good one, guys.